NFL Week 5 is here, and I'm here to give you 3 hot picks to take to the bank. Also, I'm going to give you a couple of thoughts on some bonus picks in case you're playing some parlays or some pick'em sheets. Just my thoughts, a little food for thought for what I see with some of the other games here in NFL Week 5. But I'm going to give you my 3 hot picks to take to the bank. Starting off with what I'm going to call my lock of the week. You got the Carolina Panthers on the road to take on the Detroit Lions. Now, Detroit has been hot, 3-1. They've been playing good ball. Jared Goff has been looking good, and they got a lot of weapons. Not to mention, they got Jamison Williams, the wide receiver they drafted a couple of years ago, who people forget has been suspended for the first 4 games, but now he is back. You add him along with Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's a little banged up, but he's supposed to go. You got Laporta, the tight end, who they drafted his first year. He's been playing good ball, but not to mention that beast, Mr. David Montgomery, who had a monster game last week with 3 tutties. They got a lot of weapons, and not to mention that the defense has been playing good ball when you got Aiden Hutchinson, causing all kind of havoc for, other quarterbacks. The way they put pressure on quarterbacks without even having a blitz could be a problem for a team like the Carolina Panthers, who's having all sorts of issues on the offensive end. I mean, Bryce Young is not looking like a number 1 pick to me. It looks like a couple of other quarterbacks out there that went pretty early after him might just be better or should have been worthy of a number 1 pick, i.e. C.J. Stroud and Anthony Richardson. But, I digress. We'll see. A lot of football left to be played. But I just don't see that special something in Bryce Young. Maybe I'm missing it. Hell, I didn't see it, honestly, in college. But that's neither here nor there. We're in the big leagues now. But I just don't see it, not to mention the lack of weapons that they have. DJ Chark, he's all right when healthy. But Adam Thielen, so. The running backs they have, Miles Sanders, Chuba Hubbard, I don't see them getting it done against a team like Detroit this week on the road. Not at all. Not one least bit. And I see the offensive line giving up some sacks. And Bryce Young having a long day, possibly turning it over once or twice. You swallow the hell out them 10 points. If it was more, I wouldn't be afraid of that because I consider this the lock of the week. Give up as many points, but go ahead and lock it in at the 10. Give me the Detroit Lions 31, Carolina Panthers 10. Lock it in. Just saying. Next game up, you got the Tennessee Titans heading on the road to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Now, this is going to be a hell of a game. This is an AFC South showdown where all of the teams in that division are 2-2, like I mentioned previously, right? Now, Tennessee is coming off a good win previously against the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, Cincinnati just looked bad, but Tennessee, give them credit. They did what they had to do. Not to mention, Derrick Henry had his welcome to 2023 season where he showed out 100 yards on the ground with a tutty, even threw a touchdown. But Derrick Henry was looking like King Henry. And it might just be time for the breakout game of DeAndre Hopkins on the season to happen as well. Because the Colts, while the defense has been playing spotty here or there, they give it up in the air. Now, I love the way Anthony Richardson has been balling. I mean, he has missed the excitement. This team is honestly quiet as kept been an exciting team to watch. I like Anthony Richardson a lot. Not to mention, Jonathan Taylor is coming back. He may play Sunday. He's back. They activated him. He says he's healthy and ready to go. Problem is, Tennessee doesn't give up much on the ground. They give it up in the air. So it's going to have to be Anthony Richardson hitting a Michael Pittman or somebody like that getting it in. And Indianapolis really doesn't give it up on the ground either. They give it up in the air. So maybe King Henry doesn't have a big day either. I.e., this game is going to be a sneaky shootout. I think one of the sneakiest picks is to take the over 43. But I know what you're waiting on. You're waiting on a winner. While I really like the Colts and want to see them win this game, I think that the veteran leadership in Mike Vrabel and the veteran mind of him as a coach and on the defensive side of the ball is going to find a way to get it done against a rookie quarterback in Anthony Richardson. So I think over 43, but give me the Tennessee Titans on the road. Swallow the 2.5. Give me Tennessee 27, Indianapolis 21. Lock it in. Just saying. And finally, for my upset special of the week, I said it, upset special. It's going to be the Philadelphia Eagles heading on the road to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Now, Philly's 4-0. They're hot, but they did look a little suspect last week against the Washington Commanders. I mean, they finally got that passing game going that we've been waiting to see, but isn't going to be enough on the road against a team like the Rams. Because one thing about it, you talk about a shootout, I definitely would take the over 50 in this game because the Rams play at the highest pace in the NFL. They run a lot more plays than other teams. And, both of these teams have weapons galore. I mean, of course, you know what Philly has. You're going to see some chunk plays with Jalen Hurts hitting the A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith. They're going to get it done in a lot of ways. You'll see some chunk plays and some quick scores. But on the Rams side of the ball, Matt Stafford is playing out of his mind right now. This kid, Puka Nacua, is a beast, is a baller. And oh yeah, they might get Cooper Kupp back this week. But if not, they still got Tutu Atwell, and they got Kyron Williams, who's been playing out of his mind too. I just like this game to go back and forth, man. It's going to be high scoring. I love the over 50, but I'm willing to call it the upset special of the week. At least take the points, even if the Rams don't win outright. You take that +4, and you ride with it, and you feel comfortable. But I'm calling them for the upset special of the week because after this week, the Philadelphia Eagles will be 4-1. With that first L in that column, losing to the Los Angeles Rams. Give me the Los Angeles Rams 35, Philadelphia Eagles 31. Lock it in. I'm just saying. Now, it doesn't end there in week 5 because, to be honest with you, there are a lot of good games on the bill, of course, every week. The NFL bill is good because I'm just an NFL junkie. I love watching all the games. But, I would like to preference that the Atlanta Falcons are home against the Houston Texans. And boy, do we need this win bad. And I'm speaking as a bit of a homer. And I'm telling you this. If we cannot get it done against the Houston Texans this week, there has to be changes. Changes have to be made. Changes have to be made. Maybe we see Taylor Heineke by halftime because Desmond Ridder is stinking it up that bad. Who the hell knows? But a change must come at some point. Now, personally, from a schematic sense, Houston's been playing hell of a good ball. But so has the Falcons defense. But can our offense put it together? And can we force C.J. Stroud to turn the ball over? I don't know. C.J. Stroud did something that was very impressive against a Pittsburgh Steelers defense. He attempted 30 passes last week and did not take a sack. That's pretty big against a T.J. Watt and a defensive front that the Pittsburgh Steelers put out there. Y'all know that. But, I don't know. I think my Falcons can overcome some of these things and maybe figure something out and make a change of quarterback by halftime. Who knows? But, of course, I'm going to be a homer and take my Falcons to win the game. Not going to give you a prediction on the score, but I think my Falcons win the game. But one of the other big games that everybody's waiting on is the Sunday night game. That's the San Francisco 49ers hosting the Dallas Cowboys. Used to be a rival game back in the day. But, of course, Dallas really hadn't, been relevant in the last 25, 30 years. So maybe it's not much of a rival game as it used to. But on the real note, both teams playing good ball. Kudos to the Dallas Cowboys. But, of course, the 49ers are undefeated. While Dallas is doing some good things, Dak Prescott has not had one of them Dak Prescott games. And y'all know what kind of game I'm talking about when I say a Dak Prescott game. Oh, the turnovers come in bunches. He can't just throw one. It's like Lay's potato chips, baby. He got to have more than one. And I think that's going to be the common denominator in that Sunday night game going on the road against San Francisco. They're going to turn over the ball. And Kyle Shanahan, he's going to have his way with that defense. He knows that defense very well. Yep. Dan Quinn, defense coordinator, used to be the head coach of the Falcons when Kyle Shanahan was offense coordinator. They know each other well, but I got more faith in Kyle Shanahan throwing more wrinkles in the mix to confuse or catch Dan Quinn off guard. Not to mention, like I was mentioning before, Dak Prescott's probably going to turn the ball over once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times. And I just love San Fran at home taking, after week 5 being 5-0, giving Dallas an L. I like San Fran in that game.